Buyers, do you want sellers to pay your closing costs, either some or part of it? Then this one's for you. But first, I want to tell you a little bit about what I'm going to be getting into. I'm going to be doing a series for buyers, and what that includes is what you do from the very start. And if you hear snoring, it's my pug, Opal. She's always going to be with me, so you'll probably hear that from time to time. There she is. From start to finish as a buyer, what you need. First and foremost, you need to pick a realtor, even if it's not me, if you're not in my area, or if you are in my area and somebody else works out for you. Pick a realtor, because they're going to be able to guide you with other people that you need to talk to, which is number 2. That is, choose a lender. Now, that lender, you can talk to multiple lenders. You don't have to choose one until you're under contract. However, you do need to get at least pre-qualified or pre-approved. We're going to go into all these. Then you're going to, once you're pre-approved, we know your budget, because you don't want to go shopping without knowing your budget. And some people, I'll still get that every now and then. Most people understand that it's like going on a trip without putting in the address to the GPS. You know, you don't have the coordinates. You don't know really where you're going. You're just kind of flying blind. So we need to do that. Then there's house shopping, okay? Then there's, she's really snoring. Then there's actually getting a house under contract. So we make an offer and everybody agrees. Then there's inspections. Then there's the appraisal, which is the lender sends somebody out to make sure that it's worth what you're paying. And then we're closing. Okay, so that's a lot. And what I'm going to do is break it down step by step. So the first one, of course, let's say you've already chosen a realtor. And for example, it's me. So what I do is I have some lenders that I know are great at what they do. They know different loan products. They know where to point you depending on your situation. Some people, like if you are in the service industry, or even I give a service, so I get paid off commission. So some lenders work better with that. And like there's certain lenders that have doctor programs and things like that. You know, it's all subjective. But I can point you to some lenders. You can have your own as well. But these people really know what they're doing. And they can actually fit based on the house, based on your needs. And so, like, for example, this last week, I had a house that the buyer wasn't really looking for a fixer-upper, and then kind of fell in love with this cabin, but it needs a lot of work. And luckily, I had a lender that said, well, we can do these kind of renovation loans if it comes to that. So for a lender, we got to talk about like the rates and what's going on with the rates. So the good thing is the rates have came down a little bit, and that's nationwide. But here in East Tennessee and Southwest Virginia, we are seeing the rates come down a little bit. And when I mention that, she's really snoring. When I mention that, everybody's like, yay. And, you know, even my first is, okay, good. Rates are coming down. But the problem with that is when rates come down, what do you think people are going to do? Like, everybody that has even been thinking about buying a house is going to swarm and jump in. So what does that create? More demand. More demand means the price of the house goes up. You're going to see multiple offers possibly. You're going to see sellers asking more for the house because there's still a low inventory. So the big thing is those closing costs that you think you're going to get, because people have been getting them. I've been getting them right and left. I was able to get somebody closing costs, and this was a good scenario. So it doesn't happen every time. I was able to get somebody closing costs, which was about $6,500. And then we were able to buy down their rate a little bit. That's just a perfect scenario. So if the market continues to decline, and if it has a jump, which who knows really, then all these people are going to come in. Sellers are going to have more control. So you're not going to get those closing costs. So that's what you got to weigh. And that's why it's good to meet with somebody like myself, a realtor, that can actually say, okay, this is what's going on. Let's talk about you and your needs. And then we lay it out. And it might be the best time for you to buy now. And then when rates go down, you can refi. Or it might be a better scenario, honestly, for you to rent. I've told people, hey, for right now in your situation, you're only going to be here a year and a half. You don't need to buy. So sometimes we need to do that. And I'm going to tell you the truth. So if you're interested in talking and you're a buyer and you're concerned about this stuff, just message me and we can chat.